Welcome to the Hearth. This podcast is brought to you today by Reality Ignited, a life coaching company. My name is Tara, and I am your host and companion on this incredible journey of ever-evolving life and of its transformation. Here, at the Hearth, we gather around to ignite the spark within, to tend to the embers that have the power to create a life of purpose, passion, and limitless potential. At Reality Ignited, our symbol is the phoenix, a reminder of our ability to rise from the ashes, to reinvent ourselves, to ignite something extraordinary from within, no matter what life has thrown at us. My passion, and the mission of Reality Ignited, is to empower you to live a self-directed life, one where your dreams aren't just possibilities, but realities. This space is dedicated to helping you break free from limiting beliefs, take control of your life's direction, and connect with the wisdom that inspires growth and fulfillment. I'm especially mindful that so many of my listeners today are people navigating hustle culture, social change, and the search for purpose, alongside those who may be reinventing themselves or embracing new chapters. Wherever you are on your journey, know that you're welcome here. So, for our first episode, I invite you to pull up a seat, get comfortable, and join me as we kick off a series of conversations designed to help you set your world on fire. To start off, let's deep dive into Raymond Hollowell's book, Working with the Law. The first topic the book covers is the law of thinking. This builds on the premise that our predominant mental state, the thoughts we think most often, become the blueprint for our reality. If we dwell on doubt or fear, we unknowingly create a life filled with limitation. But when we choose to focus on abundance, confidence, and possibility, we unlock a world brimming with potential. Let me share an example. I worked with a client. For discussion purposes, we will call her Sarah, a mom of two, who was re-entering the workforce after a decade at home. Her thoughts ran wild with uncertainty. Her mind asked the question, "Am I still relevant? Will younger colleagues take me seriously?" Together, we worked on noticing these thoughts and gently redirecting them with affirmations like, "My experience is valuable. I bring wisdom and adaptability to new challenges." Over time, her reality shifted. She was offered a team lead position and became a mentor for others returning to work. I often hear uncertainty about direction, meaning, and career. Maybe you've landed a job that doesn't light you up, or you're endlessly swiping through social feeds, comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Ask yourself, what would change if you replaced thoughts like, "I'm falling behind," with, "I'm exactly where I need to be in this season of life"? These timeless insights, though written decades ago, remain as powerful and relevant as ever. They remind us that every stage of life, whether you're building, rebuilding, or simply wondering what's next, starts with a single, intentional thought. Let's talk more about why these teachings matter now. Think about the pace of the world around us: work, relationships, family, technology, finances, world events. Everything's moving faster than ever. Society can make us feel like we're always catching up, never enough, or like we should fit into someone else's template for happiness. You might be facing student debt, job uncertainty, or the expectation to hustle and always be on. Perhaps you're pivotal in caring for both your children and aging parents, a member of the sandwich generation. You might be reflecting on transitions, menopause, career changes, empty nesting, or even finding love again. My own journey hasn't been linear either. There were seasons where I chased achievements, thinking that when I got the next certification, title, or recognition, I'd finally feel worthy. But after each milestone, I'd hear the echo of those old thought patterns. Is this enough? Am I enough? It wasn't until I started intentionally working with the law of thinking that the noise quieted and a deeper sense of purpose emerged. I realized, like the phoenix, that I could choose to rise and begin anew. You also have that ability to choose. The world is noisy, chaotic, and sometimes overwhelming. But no matter what's happening outside, you always have the power to claim your narrative from the inside. You can become the author of your story, starting with your thoughts, one page, one sentence at a time. So, how do we make these ideas practical? Let's start simply, Bring gentle awareness to your thoughts. Throughout the week, pick 1 or 2 times each day, maybe in the morning with your coffee, during a commute, or right before bed, and ask, what thoughts have been most present today? Don't judge them, just notice. For example, if you're struggling with imposter syndrome at work, write down those thoughts. I'm not qualified. They'll figure out I don't belong. Then, challenge their truth. Replace them with new, chosen beliefs. I am learning and growing every day. My voice matters. If the thought that you never have time is cycling through your mind, try reframing it. I honor my time and make room for the things that enrich me, even if it's just 5 minutes today. If you're a mom navigating changes after 40, perhaps facing an empty nest, you might notice thoughts like, I've lost my purpose, or my best years are behind me. Gently meet those thoughts and respond with, I am evolving. Each season brings new opportunities for growth and fulfillment. I invite you to start an affirmation journal. Each day this week, write a single affirmation that supports the life you desire. Place it somewhere you'll see often, on your bathroom mirror, in your car, as a screensaver. You might be surprised by how these small reminders shift your inner dialogue across days and weeks. And remember, setbacks are part of the process. Some days limiting beliefs will resurface. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Imagine you're tending your own inner hearth, returning to the fire whenever it feels like it's fading, adding another log of hope, intention, or self-compassion. I want to give you a couple of golden nuggets from working with the law. These are powerful truths that hold immense wisdom that applies whether you're 25 or 65, single, launching a business, starting over, or building a life you love with your family. The book shares with us a quote many of us have heard before. It is, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. This reminder sparks in me the truth that what we deeply believe, what we carry quietly in our hearts, shapes who we are and how we walk through the world. Take a moment and ask yourself these questions. What's one belief you hold about yourself right now? Is it one you planted or one someone else handed to you? If it's not serving you, is it time to plant something new? Another quote, your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. I love this one. Every thought is like a building block. You're constructing something lasting, moment by moment. Choose thoughts that support the life you want to create, not the one that was handed to you by society's limiting beliefs. As you consider these, imagine this. Close your eyes, unless you're driving, and picture your inner world as a construction site. Notice which thoughts are the bricks currently being laid. Are they stable and supportive, or do they need to be replaced? You get to be the architect, selecting each element with care and purpose. This week, I encourage you to take just a few moments every day to notice your thoughts. Plant seeds of positivity and possibility, and be patient. Growth takes time, but the results are always worth it. What limiting beliefs are you ready to release? What new beliefs will you plant? If you have a hearth moment, a realization that sparks a shift in your thinking, share it with our community. We're all walking this path together. How are you reframing your definition of success or fulfillment when traditional milestones feel out of reach or irrelevant? What chapters are you courageously opening? And how are you caring for yourself through the transitions? I'd love to hear from you. After this episode, reach out on our Instagram or Facebook. You can find the links on the website, www.realityignited.com. If you're inspired, invite a friend or family member to start this journey with you. There's power in accountability and shared growth. Thank you so much for joining me today at the Hearth. I hope this introduction to working with the law sparks curiosity and inspiration as you begin to explore the incredible potential within you. If you found value in today's episode, I'd love for you to subscribe and share the Hearth with someone who might need a little extra warmth and inspiration in their life. And be sure to tune in next time, where we'll continue exploring powerful wisdom to ignite your reality. Until then, remember, the phoenix is in you. You have the power to rise, transform, and set your world on fire.